Okay, hello everyone. This is the second part of the feasibility study in Cartagena de Indias. As we see in the first part, we did this Lnav with a OCA of 40 and 30 feet as first iteration. And the mesh approach, we had two mesh approach. This is the velocity of 265 knots, and this is the green one, 220 knots. So we are going to import image, terrain, and analysis obstacles with terrain. Just terrain, no obstacles. Okay, for that we use QGIS. Okay, that is open source. It's free, so also you can do the same thing that I'm going to do now with Global Mapper, but it's a commercial program and has more functionalities, but this is enough to our purpose. So in this case we had to go to the key meal that we generate in the last session, so we're going to send it to the Global Mapper, so to the QGIS. Just polygon and the binap, just polygon. Okay, and now we are going to project in the correct UTM zone, that is 18 UTM 18 north, this one. This is the correct zone, PCG 32, 6 and 18. Okay, so apply, accept it. Okay, so we have now the same, you can see it's the same. Now we're going to load the image here. So for that we have here in QGIS something like, it's called web quick map service. If you don't have this menu, you have to go to plugins, in plugins, and look for with QMap service, and you have a lot of maps. In this case we're going to use beam satellite image, as you can see. And now we got this satellite image, and remember that it has to be in UTM zone, in UTM, because we work here in UTM, not in geographic or whatever. But even if you see geographic latitudes and longitude here, the program works in UTM, pardon, in UTM, because it's a CAD. Okay, so okay, we are going to see the beam satellite. So we are going to go to project. We had to import export map to image, and draw on canvas, and we are going to export this image to the AirNavCAD. Okay, save, and we save in the folder, and we put here image Lnav. So we go into the AutoCAD and go into advanced operation, load image, and you have to select the first one with JGW file reference, and we select, as you can see, the image generate to two files. One is the image and the other is the where it's going to put the image. So we select dash the JPG and open. As you can see, the image is also in AutoCAD, in AirNavCAD. Pardon. Okay, we can make invisible this one. This the image by the moment. And this is a way to load image in the program. It's easy with QGIS. Okay, now we follow. Now we are going to load terrain. So for this case, you have to download the OpenTopography digital elevation model. It's free source, but you need a key. You have to go to the web page of OpenTopography and they give you a key, so you can use anytime. In Global Mapper is included the format that you have in Global Mapper. You can see the GT elevation model you can download. You have a lot of here. In Global Mapper also you have a lot of this one. If you don't have any information, digital terrain model in your country that was public or is public, or maybe your client is not have that information, you can use this one as first approximation, first iteration. You can use the SRTM 30 meters that give information each 30 meters about the terrain. Also you have here Copernicus. You can use the digital terrain model that you are comfortable. Okay, in this case this is an example and we are going to use this one. Also here is the information about the OpenTopography plugin. Okay, we are going to save in here in the program, so we got run. We have to select the area that we want to download. Okay, so we don't need to download every part of the world, just this part. Okay, we had to run, we had to wait. Okay, we close. By default is gray, but don't worry, it's just this a lot of points. This gives you the elevation. Okay, and we are going to export this one to AirNavCAD. So the first thing to manage digital terrain model in the program is to edit this one, because even if you see the image in this kind of projection, the data now is in geographical system, even if you see that the UTN is here. So in Global Mapper I think happens the same. So the first thing you have to do is reproject the digital terrain model. For to do that, you have to go, you select the model and go to raster, okay, and you have to reproject, because by default is in 23:6. That is geographical coordinates. So don't forget to reproject to this one, the first one, the UTN zone that we are going to work, and we run, close. Is similar, more or less, but in this case is reprojected, is in UTN now. as if you move the mouse, you can see that the EPSG is 2326, that is not UTM, but the reprojected, if you go with the mouse, you can see the EPS is 32.6 and 19. So this one is the model that we are interested, the reprojected. Okay. So when you download, it's download in geographic. So the first thing you have to do is reproject after you download. Okay. Now with the reproject, we can generate the digital elevation model for AirNavCAD. So for do that, you have to click with the mouse right button, go to export, and save as, I believe. Or let me check it. That is, we have to do that. Okay, no, we have to go to raster and conversion. Yes, yes. We have to go to raster and conversion and translate convert format, because this is a geotiff. We want to export to generate another kind of file. So here we can see a lot of files. So as you can see, is UTM. Okay, override input. Okay, here converted, save to temporary file. Here you have to save to file, go to the folder that you are working, and you can convert it in this kind of formats. The format we are interested is this one, AXI file or .asc, this one. In Global Mapper is AXI grid, but the format is the same, .asc. Okay, so select this one, put the name that you are interested, for example, terrain, Cartagena, save, run. Okay, it generates the file, close. We have investigate what kind of information is in that. As you can see, the terrain data is terrain AXI file. Is we open with Notepad, for example. You can see that that file is like a matrix with a number of columns, rows, the corner, the J corner. This is the first coordinate to start. This is the C. A lot of 0, but here there is more altitudes. You can see altitude. It's like a big matrix with altitude. Okay, so this kind of file is the AirNavCAD use. Okay, and also another information that we are going to need is the shape file. Is to see the terrain in the AirNavCAD. So to do that, we had to work with the reprojected, for example, and we had to generate the contours. Okay, so for do that, we can go to raster and extraction contours. It could be in the terrain on the reprojected. I think it's in the reprojected. Extraction contours. We want to see. It's no, it's 30 meters because we have data between 30 meters or 10. Yes, elevation. We had to put here elevation. Elevation. Or elevation in Spanish. Okay, now, so don't forget to put elevation. This size interval is each 10 meters is going to be a contour. So, but we generate, yes, I think it's good. Okay, close, no, run. And we have to wait. And we work it with the reprojected, okay? Close, as you can see, there's a lot of information. This is the contours. Okay. And now, as before, we had to see the contours, and we had to convert to shapefile. I think input is the input layer, or save as. Export, save features as. We're going to see AutoCAD, no. Format is reshape file. No, I don't want layer name. Save vector layer as reshape file. File name contornos. Cartagena. Okay, we are going to generate that in the download in the folder of and contornos because it's going to generate more than one file. Save and click accept it, and we see is everything is okay. Contours is save files. It generates 4 or 5 this kind of files that we need to load in the AirNavCAD. So we are going to check it if everything is okay. To load the terrain, we have to go to advanced operation, draw shade other formats, and select the shape file that we create right now. So we selected this one, just this one, okay? I want to check it if everything is okay. Okay, max altitude is 46 meters and the minimum is minus 30 because the sea, no? This is a Caribbean Sea, and by default is not visible, but with shape we have to go to shape, and you can see that now is visible. It has to be the same as this one, the contours Cartagena. And there is a tool here in AirNavCAD. I want to this more bigger. In AirNavCAD there is a tool that you have find that in the tools, iTool, that we can hide altitudes of that terrain. Okay. For example, as you can see before, the maximum is 400. No? So, for example, we are going to hide the altitude. No, in 300 meters, you have to click enter, and it converts to feet. Press enter to date, as you can see. And when you press enter, you have to click in I, and this is the terrain that is above 300 meters. Okay, 250 meters. Click enter and I. As you can see, 200. This is very plain. 200 meters. Enter I. Okay, so 200. We had here points. As you can see, if you make many zoom in, the shape is going to be more accurate. As you can see, there is terrain here inside. So maybe here the 200, we are going to find here the maximum for the churn, 200. So we put default, everything is okay, is draw, and we are going to make invisible the shape to manage the memory of the program. With the shape, the program is slow, but without the shape, as you can see, is more efficient. So with the terrain, the zoom out, zoom in, it costs more energy to make zoom out, zoom in, because a lot of information is loaded in the program. But with that terrain, is very easy to make zoom out, zoom in, or move how to do the things. Okay, and this is the shade limit. And now the other thing that we are going to do is analyze the terrain. So for that, we had to use the AXI file that we create also in QGIS. So to analyze the Lnav, the blue one, we had to go to here, to Panos main areas, because as you can see, this is for departures, mesh approach, and this is for generic plane area, conical, and en route area. So the Lnav is here, Panos main areas. In this checkbox, you can find, select. You can find here more procedures, in this case the Lnav. This is information about the mock that is used in the final, but they use more mock in the mesh approach, 98. Okay, so we click next, and here in this line, digital terrain model AXI grid, here we load the file that we created before. So this kind of is this one, terrain Cartagena AXI, ASC. So we select that one. We click open, and if you have obstacles, you have to click here. If you have obstacles load in the program. In this case, there is no obstacles. Okay, we click finish. As you can see, this is the limit of the areas, and the program tells you that evaluation areas Lnav, select any plane from VNAP. So the blue one you have to choose, for example here in this vertex, and the program starts to analyze obstacles. We're going to generate in the intermediate the final and the mesh approach. Okay, this is the area of final mesh approach. There are 100 million points, and you can see there is here and here there is critical obstacles. The intermediate, there is obstacles that don't penetrate the intermediate, so everything is okay with 2000 feet. 2,200 feet that we created before in the session before. This is the altitude of the threshold, that is 55 meters. So when you analyze obstacles, the program remember the parameters that Lnav has been created. If you don't remember, the program remember you every parameters of the Lnav. Okay, so the OCA that we estimate has to be edited because you can see the final, this point is due weight. If we activate the shape, the terrain, okay, and we put this altitude, the altitude is 86 meters. We're going to check it. Tools, tool, 86 meters, 86, tool. You can see the area here is clear, so this information gives you that the evaluation is correct because there is no more obstacles inside this area that is bigger than 86. In this case, it's in primary area, so it's Lnav, so you don't have to have any kind of obstacles in this area that is bigger than 86 meters. And the OCA that we create the Lnav, this one, we estimate, has to be updated with this kind of information. OCA has to be 528 because this obstacle, but we have another obstacle in the secondary areas, in the misapproach area, that creates an OCA that is going to be more higher, is 650. In this case, is because it's a Lnav, it has to be 650 feet. Okay, so if we put this kind of altitude, 66, we see, okay, 66, and click enter. The altitude is of that element is 123. Yes, 123. Click enter. So this area is going to be, the primary area is going to be clear before the point, not after. After it could be bigger. And here this is in secondary areas, that in this case we can select and check it that altitude is 130, but it's in secondary areas, so and it's more far away than this altitude. So for the moment is everything okay. So we have to remember that the OCA has to be increased in this altitude only in the Lnav, but we need more. We have the intermediate area, so properties, make it visible, okay. As we see before, this is turning the map as possible as you can, and this is a turn on altitude, okay, turn at an altitude. So we have to create here this is the MAPT and this is the SOC. So in this area we had to create just draw over the Lnav the area of turn initiation, the initiation turn area, that is this one. We are going to make invisible the Lnav. No, the Lnav is here maybe in the PCF. If you don't know what is the Lnav, we select the Lnav and go to information panel, and it's in the airport layer. Cancel. Airport layer is here, make invisible. Okay. The turn initiation area, okay, so it's in the turn initiation area. We have to select this area and make bigger to the latest. Yes, we are going to move this vertex to this one and this one to this one, yes. And this is the turn initiation area from the misapproach assessment. So airport. So remember that you have to draw over the Lnav the turn initiation area to select to assess the next area. Okay. And also here there is I don't know if we need so no, in this case it's not necessary. Okay, so to analyze this misapproach segment, we have to go to Utilities Panops, Analyze Obstacles, and Misapproach TINIA TP segment. Okay, the initial segment is included in the Lnav. Okay, so misapproach TINIA TP, and we have to fill in this data. We are going to put here misapproach turn area at altitude. Okay, this is going to be a PBN, and we have AR segment ready to fix, OKH, CATH, and the turn altitude. As you can see, the OCA that we estimated before is not very accurately. So we are going to put this OCA. The OCA that's the final the misapproach tell us that has to be the minima. So it has to be 650 because as you can see is no 620. It's 15 is not possible in any no precision approach. So the minimum is 60 and 20. Okay. So because it's rounded to the decimal part. So we're going to the misapproach analysis obstacle again. Select the turn area altitude PBN, and now here put that information 6 and 20. You can put also the estimate okay, but this way we are going to see is necessary more OCA or not, because we just calculate that the OCA has to be 6 and 20 minimum, so we put that OCA. Okay, now so make sure for the Lnav you select PBN. Okay, next, and here in the same panel as before, you have to include the terrain data that we download, terrain CARTAGENA AXI file, and click finish. And the program tells you that you have to select the turn initiation area, that is this part of the Lnav that we had to draw. Select polyline init area turn. Okay, polyline selected. Now the primary area, the primary area that it could be selected from this part, but the program tell you that there are several polylines selected. So with the right mouse of the mouse, with the right button, we can iterate. As you can see now, this is the primary, this is the secondary, the primary, secondary, and we are interested in the bigger, okay, in this one. So if we are interested in this one, we have to click with the left. If you move the mouse, a red polyline appears that we have selected the good one, okay? If not, just click escape and start again. Now the secondary area, this one, there are several because the green is also included. So with the right button of the mouse, we can iterate and select the same one with the left button. Now it's selected, as you can see, and now this secondary area is here. So we click here and we selected the bigger one, okay? And also it's information for you that it's going to be sorted by altitude of the miss approach minus the altitude of the obstacle minus the MOC. So we have to wait to the program finish. Obstacle analysis done. 1 million point checked. So as you can see, it's very fast compared with another programs. I guess used to use IDS program, and it takes a long time, okay? Okay, 1 million, 600 points obstacles outside, 400 after TA, 0 obstacles inside of TA, because there is no obstacles, but there is terrain. Okay, so the altitude of the tinea is going to be the OCA. There is no problem. As you can see, the turn estimate altitude is 60 and 10, and the OCA we estimate is 6 and 20, so it's okay. And the miss approach, we are going to see the miss approach gradient is less than 2.5, so the OCA is okay for us. If we get a miss approach gradient greater than 2.5, we can put that miss approach gradient, or we can increase the tinea, the OCA, to make that gradient less or at least 2.5. So for us, for this study of feasibility, the OCA for this kind of procedure, even with the bigger one, as you can see, this kind of this obstacle is you look for. I think it's this one. You look for. You can copy these coordinates. Control copy. I think it's this one, but as you can see, there is a lot of. And we just deleted this one and put a comma between the points, and also deleted this one and create a circle and click enter. You can see this one is the critical obstacle for the miss approach, but it's going to be the same for the slower one. Okay, so for the slower one, smaller one, and the bigger one, the obstacle critical is going to be the same. So in this case, it's not for us. 2020 is not good. So the best one is the the bigger one, because the same obstacle is for both, so we don't limitate the velocity because the obstacle is going to be here, so for us it's not good limitate the velocity because we don't win anything with that. So we can delete just propose the BNAP with this kind of OCA, 6 and 20, and for this feasibility study in Cartagena de Indias, we finish that this kind of 60-20 fits for the OCA is okay to avoid at least the terrain data. We need to include the obstacles that a company has to go to there and inspection the terrain and include obstacles like antennas, wind powers if there is anyone, and etc, or I don't know, buildings, etc. So I think this is the end of the second part, and I hope you find this interesting and you find interesting the use of AirNavCAD to make feasibility studies in an easy way. As you can see, in less than 2 hours we make a study of feasibility in Cartagena de Indias, and we can create here at Lnav with this kind of minimum, and you can do that in any part of the world with this kind of program. It's easy, as you can see. It's easy for us and for you to do that kind of studies. If you have, as some of the comments in LinkedIn tell us that there exists in Cartagena de Indias Lnav and BNAP, so you can include the waypoints and create the areas in an easy way, because there is waypoints, there is obstacles here, and also there is a OCA that can be checked is okay or not okay. So thank you very much, and I see you the next section with the BNAP. We are going to say the same thing, but with a BNAP. It's the same, but instead of Lnav, it's a BNAP. Thank you very much. See you in the next episode of Feasibility Studies with AirNavCAD.